Tomatoes come in many shapes, sizes, colors, and flavors. Some tomatoes are sweet, others are tangy, and others are very savory.
Tomatoes are an excellent source of vitamin A and vitamin C. They are great at preventing certain cancers and even can prevent heart disease. So Walter, what are we gonna make with tomatoes today?
Well, Kelly, it's warmer out, and I'm thinking I'd like to have some gazpacho.
Yum.
I love chilled
Great.
soups.
Okay.
And I also want to show you the versatility of tomatoes, and I want to do it in a couple different ways.
Okay, perfect.
So first off, we're going to start off with an Italian-style panzanella salad.
Nice.
So I use whole grain bread and make croutons, and that's going to be the base.
Perfect. It's a great way when we're pairing whole wheat with tomatoes. That B vitamins in the whole wheat is going to pair with the folate that's in tomatoes and be a perfect combination for the body. Add in our tomatoes. We see all the varieties there. There's over 10,000 different varieties of tomatoes. So right here we have, what, 4 different varieties right there?
At least 4 to 5.
Yeah.
So I'm using an heirloom cherry tomato. I'm following that with a little Spanish olive oil.
Perfect. Again, when we add these pairings, adding in olive oil with the tomatoes and the whole grain is going to help to absorb those fat-soluble vitamins in our diet. So,
I'm adding a tiny bit of salt. That's also going to help pull some liquid out of the tomatoes.
Okay.
And it's going to help
soften those croutons.
soften the croutons a little bit and allow them to
Nice.
absorb some of that tomato flavor.
Just that alone looks amazing.
So you could do more to this, but there's going to be a lot going into the gazpacho. But that's the base right there. That's the basic salad.
So now we're on to our blender.
We're onto the blender. Today I'm using vine ripening yellow tomatoes.
Okay.
And the reason I use these is because they're a lot less acidic.
Nice.
A lot easier to stomach.
Okay, and for maybe people that have heartburn or something like that too.
Exactly.
Okay.
The other reason I'm using yellow tomatoes today is because I want to have this, have the soup bring a visual pop to the table.
Gotcha.
So I added the tomatoes. We're adding English cucumber, which I've peeled and seeded.
Very nice. This is the one cucumber that you can eat the peel on, so interesting that he cut it off for this, because we don't want to change the color.
I don't want to change the color.
Okay.
But I also don't want the multitude of seeds that come in the other cucumbers.
Right, the big, huge seeds.
Right. So I'm using a Vidalia onion,
Wonderful.
yellow bell pepper,
Lots of our veggies added in here, so you can see this is an entire veggie dish, which is fantastic.
I'm using a little bit of jalapeno to bring some heat.
Perfect.
It looks very full, but it's going to go down fairly quick.
Okay.
And a little bit of garlic. I'm leaving out any salt at this point because you can always add salt and pepper.
Perfect.
If
Wonderful.
you wish.
We're ready to blend. Here we go.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect. That took no time at all. And right here in this dish, we have so many nutrients and vitamins. I mean, this right here can help prevent cancer, delay the onset of Alzheimer's. So many different reasons. Help eye health. I mean, there's so many reasons for these tomatoes and green peppers, everything that we're getting in this dish. So we're gonna put this in the middle here.
We're going to kind of set the stage with the panzanella salad.
Okay.
Again, this is going to add crunch, a little bit more flavor. I have the heirloom cherry tomatoes in there, where you can see more of a variety of tomato. It gives it a pop of color.
It looks gorgeous.
They all have different flavors. Some are zesty, tangy, sweet. So it really adds a lot of depth.
Yeah, and all of them are loaded with vitamins. So they have vitamin A, vitamin E, vitamin C. They also have calcium. How crazy is that? So tomatoes are just loaded with nutrients. And look how beautiful this dish is turning out. Wow.
Go around almost like a little moat. Now this is an Andalusian style gazpacho. It's just from the region, and the traditional garnish is almonds.
Oh, yum. So we're adding again some more protein, a little bit of that good fat that's going to help again absorb those fat-soluble vitamins.
And the addition of a little bit of chiffonade mint.
Bring out the flavors.
It plays well
Perfect.
with it. Also, it gives it a little punch of color.
Like I said, there's over 10,000 different varieties of tomatoes, so try them out at home, experiment with your recipes, and enjoy tomatoes all summer long.